Good morning, everyone, and a very, very happy Friday morning to you. It's been quite a week this week, hasn't it? I hope you've enjoyed the two interviews that I did for Inspiration Week with Daniela and Dr. Kelly Ray. Two women who I've had in my life, Daniela's been in my life my whole life. Well, no, actually a little bit less because she is younger than I am. Even though she didn't want to reveal her age, she is younger than I am. And Dr. Kelly Ray, who's been in my life for quite some time now as well. Two incredibly inspirational women, and just two of the inspirational people that I have in my life. And guys, I did want to bring a third interview to you this week, but I wasn't able to get hold of the person that I wanted to interview. So what I'm going to do instead is share with you a little bit of the story. It was when I was studying kinesiology, and we were about 3 months in of a 12-month diploma course. And we had an amazing teacher, Yolande, and she's awesome. So, you know how you can tell when someone's inspiring to you, when you say their name or you think about them, and it brings a smile to your face. Anyway, there's just a handy hint to work out what you actually think is inspiring and what you find inspiring. If it brings a smile to your face, chances are you find it inspiring. So, as I said, we'd been in about 3 months in for the kinesiology course, and Yolande came in. And by this stage, we'd learnt the theory of muscle testing, and we'd learnt, a lot about the meridians and an awful lot about traditional Chinese medicine. And we'd been shown, sorry, my nose is itchy this morning. We'd been shown lots of different snippets of, how to do a full kinesiology session on someone. But we'd never been shown the process from where to go. And that's what Yolande did this one day. The lights had been turned down in the room, and she had someone on the table, and she took us through, or she went through a full hour-and-a-half session with someone on the table, completely uninterrupted. And it was the most mesmerizing experience I'd had for quite some time. Her demeanor as she was conducting the session, the knowledge that she had drawn on to assist the client, going so far as the absolutely elegant movements of activating different muscles in the body. And I'm telling you, some of those muscle activations are not the prettiest thing in the world to watch. There's arms and legs all over the place. But watching her do it and moving around the table with just this quiet confidence and quiet elegance, there was not a sound in the room. This was 20 students at that time. Not a sound in the room except her voice and the responses of the client. And as I said, it was one of the most mesmerizing experiences of my life. And why? Because when you see something that draws your attention, that captivates you, and incorporates all of your senses, sight, sound, smell, everything, feel, and it strikes a chord in you, it gives you an idea that this is something I want. This is something I want in my life. Or this makes me feel good. And being able to do this gives me a sense of achievement, accomplishment. If I could do this, it would make me feel awesome. Inspiration. When I talk about it, incorporating all of the senses, for me, and look, for everyone, honestly, is the added aspect of feeling it from an energetic perspective. So it's not just how your emotions react to it, it's how your entire body reacts to it. Almost like you're drawn. Hey, Nicole. Almost like you're drawn, like your entire being is drawn towards this experience or towards this person or towards this action. And that's that energetic connection that you get, you know? Now, that experience for me was nearly 2 years ago, I think. I'm so not good with timelines. Now, as it turns out, I'm not a practicing kinesiologist. I incorporate an awful lot of the theory that I learned, which is mind-blowing stuff, truly. And it makes complete sense to me. But I don't practice kinesiology as a kinesiologist. Because here's the other thing, and this is such an important aspect of it. Here's the other thing about inspiration. If something inspires you and you try it, you don't just give up once if it doesn't quite work out the way you thought. You keep trying different aspects, you know, striving for this thing that made you feel so good. And guess what happens along the way? You discover yourself. You discover your strengths and your weaknesses. You discover that, this is pretty cool, you discover that you're never meant to actually replicate what someone else is doing, because you always bring your own style to it. You always bring your own personal touch to it. You always bring who you are into the equation. When that happens, you start unlocking your potential. It's so beautiful. It doesn't, you know, if you find throughout that process, and I'm going to use the kinesiology aspect as the example, if you find throughout that process that yes, kinesiology is exactly what I want to do, or whatever it is that inspires you, that is exactly what I want to do, and you continue down that path, fantastic. But what might happen is that as you go on this journey of discovery, you realize that what you were aiming for is actually just a stepping stone to your ultimate goal. Oh, look at that. All of a sudden, your entire life just opened up. Your potential for potential completely opened up. I always think that, you know, and I've talked about this in weeks gone by, once you get to where you're going, or once you achieve something that you've been aiming for, you become a different person. You've experienced success. You're building confidence. You're doing something that makes you feel good, hopefully. And as a result of all of that, you've actually changed as a person. So if you get to where you think you wanted to be the whole time, you then find, actually, there's that, and then there's that, and then there's that. Potential. Ongoing, continuous potential. I just got goosebumps. You know? So, when you are looking to be the best person that you can be, when you are looking around you for inspiration, keep in mind that it's all part of your own development. Something is triggering something in you to either want more or want less of a particular thing. And here's the I don't know what's going on with my nose today. Here's the other thing about inspiration is the flip side of it. If you see something that doesn't make you feel good, that's inspiration too. Inspiration of what you don't want to be, how you don't want to live your life. You know, and it goes back to what we talked about with gratitude and with happiness. Look around you. Look around you and see what you are surrounding yourself with. Whether it be in your, in your news feed, or the groups that you're part of, or the books that you're reading, or the people that you associate with. Do they inspire growth, or do they inspire anger, hatred, negativity? They're the things you don't want in life. You know? And you keep taking step by step, turning towards what you want and turning away from what you don't want. And every step is a little treasure box of discovery about who you are, who your authentic self is, what your life potential is. And it never stops. That's amazing. You know, a lot of people might hear that and go, holy crap, seriously? Shit, it never stops? I used to be like that. I used to be the kind of person who didn't want to keep living. It was all too hard. Really, every day getting out of bed was just too hard. Trying to be who I thought I was supposed to be was too hard. Years and years. Trying to live up to other people's expectations, trying to live up to societal expectations, trying to live up to familial expectations, trying to live up to who I thought I was supposed to be. And it was hard because I wasn't being me. And the minute I flicked that switch and went, actually, it's a shitload easier just being me, that's when life changed. It wasn't so hard anymore. It was scary, don't get me wrong. It was scary. And it was difficult. But it wasn't hard the way it had been. So guys, look around you. Look at your lives and see what you're allowing to inspire your potential. What are you allowing to inspire your growth? What are you allowing that actually grates on the nerves of who you actually are? And do you still need that in your life? Like I said, not easy, but not hard. The easiest thing in the world is to be who you are. Might need a little tweak every now and again. Yeah, and that's okay. But the easiest thing in the world to be is who you really, really are. So, guys, go out there. Surround yourself with people who inspire you. Surround yourself with, if nature inspires you, surround yourself with nature. Surround yourself with books of words from people who inspire you. And watch your transformation. Just watch what happens as every little spark of potential starts going off in you. And you get to explore. You get to explore who you want to be and how you want to live your life. I like that. Guys, have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. I don't know that I'll be in over the weekend. I have been very inspired this week, so I have got 3 or 4 days of planning ahead of me about where I want my life to go. Scary, exciting, potential. Have a fabulous day. and have a fabulous weekend. And I will see you all next week. Mwah! So much love to you all. Bye.